Alright, so this is the airport waiting lot. I am in the airport waiting lot right now. As of right now, there is 30 to 35 cars ahead of me. Hold on a second. So there's 30 to 35 cars ahead of me. And usually, depending on the time of day and how busy the ride requests are at the airport, that could be anywhere from 5-10 minutes to an hour. The last couple of times I've came to the airport and I've had either 30 to 50 cars ahead of me. I think the longest I waited was like 20 minutes. So what I do when I'm here at the airport, if my car has already been cleaned, or even if it haven't, just because of the fact that, you know, COVID is recently passed, and so usually what I do when I get to the airport, knowing that I'm going to be waiting for a ride, I try to keep my phone on me or close to me, because sometimes a ride will come in, you won't hear a notification, it'll just pop up on your screen, and you literally have a few seconds to accept the trip or not, because there's other people that it will show this trip to. Although there is a queue and there's supposed to be like a first come first serve basis, it's still one of those things where it could be there 1 minute and then gone the next. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to just give you guys a little snippet kind of on what I do while I'm in the airport waiting lot. So I'm just gonna kind of listen to my music, vibe out a little bit, and wipe my car down. Most of the people some people kind of do what I do. Most of the people kind of sit, but then you have like this group of people who, I guess they're so used to seeing each other that they chill in each other's cars and they sit and, you know, converse until either one of them get a ride. It's pretty cool. Some people walk back and forth up and down the parking lot as if like they're doing like a workout or something like that. Also two like little what you call those little toilet things, I think they're porta potties or something. But there's like several of them out here just in case someone has to use the restroom. I know at the airport in Boston, their waiting lot, they had an actual facility that had a code and everything. You go, as long as you knew the code, you can go in and you can use the restroom or whatever. But it's pretty cool. I mean, the airport, a lot of people, I always hear a lot of kind of negative, I guess, kind of perspectives when it comes to the airport, mostly because you have to wait in the queue, and sometimes it's not always known timing on when you'll get a ride. And then sometimes you can get a ride and you can go almost an hour, sometimes 2 hours out, and then sometimes you can get a ride and you can go 15 minutes away. And so I think the problem is, if you wait at the airport for an hour for a ride, you know, usually I consider the payout to be like this. Whatever the trip amount is, the dollar amount is half that. So, okay, let's say a 30-minute trip. You get a 30-minute trip, you're getting $15 after waiting for a whole hour. And then taking also the time it takes you to drop your person off. So that's an hour and a half you waited for $15, which in the Uber world, that's not the it thing. So in this part of the video, usually when you're at the airport, so the airport has airport rules. If you do not follow them, you could be you can get a huge fine where to follow. So I'm going to domestic arrivals. Usually when you're at the airport and you're picking up people who are arriving, there is a designated area to pick those people up. And usually they make the people kind of follow that area anyway. So if you kind of miss that exit, you're gonna have to go back around. But there's a sign there that says ride share. So whenever you're picking up customers, this is kind of the sign you should look for. And then usually when we come in, sometimes there's people here, sometimes there isn't. But inside the app, sometimes they'll ask you to see your screen just to kind of prove that you're picking someone up. Or I had one person ask me for the way bill, which at a later date I'll kind of show you guys how to access that, what that look like if you don't already know. So just out of tradition, I'm stopping. But usually, so you come through, sometimes you see your passenger, sometimes you don't. And then so what I'll do is I'm just gonna park, and then I open my trunk until the person either sees me or until they get here, or whatever the case may be. Been working for like 2 hours. Oh well, 4 hours, going on 4 hours now. And I usually pull 8-hour, 9-hour days, shifts, time, whatever you want to call it. I usually pull 8-hour, 9 hours to hit my goal, and that's if I'm got enough energy to even make the 8-9 hours. Because sometimes I do a few and call it a wrap. Which is one of the things I love about being able to do. The fact that I get to say, hey, you know what? I don't have enough energy to complete, you know, the time that I expected. And I could just shut off and go home. I love it so much. Alright, I see luggage, so I'm assuming someone, oh yeah, they're going to the airport. That's right, I did say they were going to the airport. Alright, I am a few minutes early. So this trip was actually scheduled. It was the time that it says here is 9:55 to 10:05, and it's 9:56. So scheduled times are also allocated a wait time. They're usually allocated a longer time than just regular, mostly because their way of letting you know, hey, this was scheduled. They might not be actually ready. And even with that wait time, they're being charged. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's paying charged extra. So whatever your ride initially was, you will get a little bit more for waiting longer than the wait time if you choose to. Hi, pick up for Jen?
Yes.
How are you? Good morning. Do you have any more bags?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Well, you know what? I might take this. I'll take just this. My goodness. This heat.
Sorry, I usually like to lay the bags flat just because they slide around a lot.
I think we're probably good.
Yeah, I think you have enough stuff to kind of keep it a little tight back here, so that's good. All right, so you ready?
I am. To another hot place.
Okay. Where are you going?
To California.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's work.
It's work? So how
Yeah.
long are you going to be there?
Till Monday.
Okay.
Monday night.
And then you'll be coming back and forth between heat. Heat to more heat. Let's see. Okay. All right, and then let me know if you would like me to like turn up the AC or whatever.
If you don't mind cranking it for a few,
Yeah. Yeah, just let me.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right. So when it comes to passengers that I pick up for airport runs, especially if they have luggage, if they have a luggage that needs to go in the trunk, I always get out the car and I open up the trunk for them. 2 reasons. 1, because it's polite, and 2, because I don't want a lot of people hands touching the door of my trunk. No shade to no one, but I would rather my hands be the one touching my car majority of the time. So until next time, thank you.